Hey, wanted to do a real quick video. I've actually been thinking about this for a little while. I just brought someone on who is gonna, basically run my website and my Facebook page and do a Google AdWords campaign for me and all that good stuff. But part of that is, on his end, to me, he requested that I really start asking my customers to start leaving Google reviews, which Facebook's really valuable, but if you want to grow outside of the sort of enclosed ecosystem that is Facebook, or rather your Facebook account, you do have to, tap into the larger market of, Google, Bing, whatever you're on. And I said that to say this: in my industry, I'm 37, I'm a handyman, I'm building skill sets, I'm learning to do things that are at a higher skill level so I can charge more, which is great. But even if you don't do that, even if you're just cleaning gutters and you're hauling away and you're, dumb shit work that's all physical, you can fall ass backwards into 60 to 75 grand a year. You really can. You can just fall, you can literally fall backward. You never turn your brain on, and you can really, you can make a good living, especially in the area that I'm at here in the heartland. $60,000 to $75,000 a year, one income, let alone if it's dual income, that's a lot of money. So, but there's a danger to early success. There's a danger to quick success that is very subtle. I when I was younger, I did sales. I'm going to interview my dad here soon. He did door-to-door sales like my Uncle Jeff. And, at one point, Dad was making about $1,500 a week in the 90s. That's a lot of money back then. That's a lot of money now, let alone back then. That's a lot of money. And, of course, we're going to talk to him. We're going to discuss that. But the danger to fast success and fast money is many times you're in this moment of just excitement and success because this is probably like the first time you've experienced success, tangible, real success as an adult. And it's easy to get caught up. It's easy to get stagnant. It's easy to blow all the cash. It's easy to think, well, it's happening. It's never going to stop happening. Or, it worked out this way for me with little effort, so I never have to do anything different. And it's extremely dangerous because you may, like a guy like me, doing what I do, I don't want to do this. If I have to work for the next 25 years in this industry, it's going to age me very quickly. I'm still going to go to the gym. I'm going to try to eat as healthy as I can. But, the physicality of this work that I'm doing, I'm not complaining. It's the choice that I made, but the physicality of it will, in fact, age me much faster than if I was just, working a day-to-day job, 9 to 5, staying physical in the gym, but not, maxing the stress that I'm putting on my body by cutting down trees and, painting, hanging drywall, whatever. So the point to what I'm saying is that even though I could do that and I would be willing to, I don't want to. And what will ensure that I'll stay in this vein right here, right now, and never get out of it is I don't turn this on and I don't start thinking about the business and the business side of the business, which is really the work side. Because anyone can do what I do. Male, female, I think it would be more difficult for a lot of females just because the level of strength that's required just to do a lot of the work that I do is it's there's times where I have to pay a second guy to come out and help me, and there's certain guys that I try to hire. Typically, when I do work where I need, another individual there, I really want him stronger than me, because if I need him there, chances are the workload, the weight of whatever material we're lifting up is such where, if I'm the strongest guy there, we're in trouble. So I think women can do it, but typically it's far easier, I think, for men, especially the dumb shit work, just the hard, miserable physical work. But by me not turning my brain on, and by me just sort of resting on my laurels with that quick early success, I mean, I'm 3 years in and I'm having $10,000, $15,000 months for me already. So, you know, I could just rest on my laurels, etc., if I said that right, and really not grow myself to the degree that I can, and I would be stuck where I'm at. I wouldn't have the mental stress of growing it, but I'd be stuck where I'm at, and it would all be because of the quick, fast success, the fast money, falling ass backwards into $60,000, $75,000 a year. It would be because of that. And so what I want to do, what I'm going to start doing, and I want to say this, if you believe in something, if you think something is truly worth value or has value, you will invest your physical cash into it, whether it's personal, professional, health related, whatever the case may be. If you believe in something, you will invest your cash into it, and you will invest the appropriate amount of cash into whatever that concept is to make sure that it is as set up for success as possible. So I brought somebody on who, you know, can do Google AdWords campaigns for me, run my website better, manage my Facebook, the business side of it much better than I could. And, you know, with that, you know, has come, I already said it, but has come him saying, you know, hey, Zach, we got to do Google reviews. You know, you can't just do the Facebook thing. We got to do Google too. So, you know, I'm asking every customer I work with, I'm sending them the link, I'm having them do that because I want to grow. I don't want to get stagnant. I don't want to get stuck in the cycle of fast, easy money and I never do anything else. Because when you do that, you end up burning all of your good years that you could really earn high dollars. You end up burning all of your good years just stuck in second gear because you have enough or even more than enough. But really, that's a lowbrow way of thinking. You're still an owner because you're doing the work yourself and it's your business, but you're not really going to the next level, which is really growing something that could be generational. Your children. I hope that I can build a business and/or businesses that when my son and daughter are old enough, if they don't want to go to college, they can step into the family business, make a good income, and have the life that they want to live. That would be wonderful if I could do that for them. But the only way that's going to happen, if at all, is if I go to the next level with my thinking and not being stagnant, not being complacent, not being comfortable with falling ass backwards into $60,000 to $75,000 a year and never really working on the business side of it. So that's really important to think about if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a business owner, or you're someone who wants to be an entrepreneur or business owner. And if you come out of the gate and you're clocking it right away and you're making $5-7 grand a month for you, whatever, that's awesome. But make sure that you don't get stuck there. Make sure that you don't say, this is all I'm going to do. This is fine. Because what ends up happening, typically someone with that mentality probably isn't maximizing their retirement. They're probably not even really investing it. They're probably just spending the money that they're getting that's coming in because they have that dopamine hit of I've worked, I've made good money, I go buy what I want, I repeat the cycle. Which there's nothing wrong with that per se, but it can put you in a situation where I see a lot of these guys now that are 50, 60 years old, they're still out here doing the work that I'm doing because they didn't save a dime. They didn't put any money back and they still owe on their boat and their truck and their house and they're stuck. So typically someone, in my experience, from what I've seen, it is anecdotal, but from what I've seen is if someone doesn't want to think about their business in a more affluent manner, if that's the right way to say it, typically they're not making the right choices with retirement. They're not making the right choices with paying off debt. So, these things bleed into each other. The danger of fast money is you don't think about anything else. You just say, well, it's here, it's coming, I don't have to think, I don't have to work, it's always going to be there, I can do what I want, and then you set yourself up for failure. Don't do that. Always think about yourself to the highest degree that you can in a higher manner. No, I am professional. I am affluent to whatever degree that is. I want more for myself. And I'm challenging, I'm making a video, but I'm actually speaking to myself. I'm taking these steps to try and grow my business to where I can become, you know, a business owner that becomes just the owner. I've talked about before, right now I'm the owner worker. I'd love to become the owner operator, where I have a crew or I have 2 guys or whatever that do the work for me consistently, and I make a living from them, and then I can also move into rentals or developing properties or even starting other businesses. So I've actually been thinking about this for a little while. I wanted to put this video out. Don't get stuck in fast money. Always be thinking about how you can grow yourself in your business or even just your professional occupation and make your money work harder for you. Don't rest on your laurels, if that's the right way to say it. Don't get stuck, don't get stagnant. There's a great band back in the day where they wrote us, I think the record was, satisfaction is the death of desire. Don't let your desire die. If you've liked the content, like, share, subscribe. If you've hated it, send it to someone you hate.